so cool. You have to tell us about your Cirque du Soleil experience. I love it.
Yeah, sure. So when I graduated high school, I did a year and a half of university at the University of Alberta, and I realized that it really wasn't for me. So I auditioned for Cirque, and I flew myself up to Montreal, and I auditioned for the company, and they ended up inviting me to join their Vegas cast of the Beatles Love.
So awesome.
Yeah, so 19 years old, and I moved to Vegas, having known no one. My parents were a little worried, obviously.
Yeah, new country.
New country, Vegas, Sin City, which wasn't really the case, but but yeah, it was definitely one of the best ways to start a career, I think.
Yeah, so that was like the biggest thing that kicked off your dance career.
Absolutely.
Yes?
It was the first like major job I booked, and that really kind of catapulted me into the industry.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you were saying the role you were cast in also kind of had some acting elements, right?
Yeah. So the role that I was originally cast in was as a nowhere man, and there's 4 nowhere men that kind of represent the camaraderie and image of the Beatles themselves. So we're the zeitgeist of the show. We carry from the top of the show all the way to the end. We are the through line. So it was more of an acting role, and they hired me to kind of change that because I had such a acrobatic background. They wanted to kind of mold the two. They wanted to try a new fusion of characters where it wasn't just acting or just acrobatics. They wanted a real fusion of the two. And
you were saying that Cirque does a great job of really utilizing what your skill set is.
Oh yeah. Up until recently, Love had an 83-year-old woman in the show. And that's something that I feel really grateful to have experienced and been around, because I know that even at 83 years old, you can still perform, given that the company is there to, support you and use your talents.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So how many years were you with that production?
I just did one contract.
Okay.
So 476 shows.
Just 476. A small number.
In a year, like they really jam-packed them in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good amount for me, and it was the experience that I needed to, take the risk to move to Vancouver. It's where I moved after I moved to Vegas.